Hey, it's Mel here from simplylive.com.au. I wanted to quickly talk about exercise on the road today. I'm not going to go through particular routines and things like that because, I don't know your circumstances and everybody is different, everything is different, and I do a lot of work with genetics and epigenetics and health and nutrition, and it's all personalised. It needs to be personalised. You need to think about what is right for you. But I just wanted to run through what I do and a few little things that may help you on the road. Sometimes I just get slack like everybody, and that's certainly been the case for me the last few weeks. I'm not very motivated when it's raining and cold. I haven't been able to get out and do much walking and hiking and seeing things like that. I also like to go running when I can, and I haven't been able to do that because it's just been horrible weather here. But what I do carry with me that I wanted to show you is that I have a couple of these little Pilates bands. And I have 3 of them. They're different resistance levels. So these are really easy. You can just fold them up into fold flat into your suitcase. So they're super light, super easy to carry. The other thing that I have found, my headpiece fell out. The other thing that I found over here, and I don't know if they have them in Australia and other countries yet, but these are awesome. I found it really useful, is this little band here. So what it is a looped band, and it's got quite a lot of resistance to it. And you can see they've got numbers down there, and every one of those numbered spots has a loop in it, which is just amazing when it's catering for different heights and different people. So for me, being shorter, a lot of the bands that they use, if they're good for a tall person, they're not going to be great for me. Whereas this one, I can put my hand in somewhere in the middle and use it to do things with this little band, and it's got quite a resistance. So once again, that is something that I carry with me on the road. It's pretty light. It folds up nicely into the outside part of my suitcase. And fantastic. And that's all I carry. So body weight workouts, banded workouts to give you a little bit more resistance is amazing. I do focus on things like I need to keep my upper body fairly strong. I obviously need to keep my lower body strong as well, but I get more exercise on that. If I'm looking around areas, if I'm walking around, if I'm exploring, my lower body is often walking. When I'm carrying my suitcases and things, it's all weighted down into my legs. It's not that I never do any training on my legs. I do, and I particularly do training on things that I don't think have got a good workout. I notice that sometimes I overactivate the front of my legs, so I will do some work more on my butt and activating the back of my legs to make sure that they work more for me. I'm very focused when I'm moving my luggage around on activating my core to do that, and I continue to do core strength work in my training, so some Pilates, things like that. But my upper body can get neglected, and it's really important because I've got to be able to lug, my 20 kilo suitcase around and a backpack and carry everything. So if I go for 2 weeks like I've been here in this pet sit and do nothing on my upper body, and then suddenly have to jump up and do heavy lifting work or carrying, sometimes I have to carry this stuff up 5 flights of stairs. I've got a 10 kilo backpack on, 7 to 10 kilo backpack and a 20 kilo suitcase that I've got to lug up a flight of stairs. So your legs and your upper body have to be strong. So it's important to keep that upper body strength work going. I'm very lucky here. This is actually a yoga studio. So I've got their little roller here, and I've been able to do a little bit of Pilates work and things like that while I've been here as well, which has been great. I'm an animal flow instructor, so I throw in animal flow. So this morning, because I haven't been able to get out and do any cardio work, the people who know me are about to cringe when I say, in order to get my cardio work done, I've been doing burpees, one of my favourite things. I cannot do them anything like as quickly and as efficiently as I used to. But I've run, I can do 20 burpees consecutively quite comfortably. So I've done 5 sets of 20 burpees in between doing some banded work, in between doing a little bit more Pilates work and things like that. So it probably took me half an hour in total, my workout this morning. I will have other days where I might only get 5 or 10 minutes. I still do 5 or 10 minutes. Even if it's stretching at the bus stop, I still try and do 5 or 10 minutes. And sometimes I'll only get 5 minutes now, and then I'll do 5 minutes later, and I'll do 5 minutes and a few more hours after that, and 5 minutes a few hours after that. I just get up and do a few things as much as I can. So that, I hope, gives you a little bit of an idea of what I do to try and keep myself a little bit fit. And yes, I do make the most of every opportunity I have. If I'm somewhere for a week or 2 and there is a gym nearby, I go and join, because for my body type, which is shorter and a bit more muscular, and through the genetics work, I know that it is important for me to cut my muscle tone up and to build a little bit of muscle and to work that in a high intensity way. And I love kettlebells. I'm a kettlebell instructor and I love kettlebells. If I can lay my hands on that, even better. And I do use weights, but sometimes I'll only get to using weights, you know, for a week out of 3 months. And so I make the most of it. I take great care the first few days that I'm there. I'm basically doing things that I think is well below what I could do, just to make sure I don't throw something around and injure myself. And then I try and crank it up a little bit over the next few days or the week or the 2 weeks, or however long I've got in that place. But I really value going to a gym when I possibly can and making the most of those weights when I can. Unfortunately, it's not always viable for me. So I hope you found that useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're finding benefit in this. Share with your friends. I'd really appreciate it, and make sure you hit the like button on the video. Thanks guys. Have a great day. Simply Live.